One of the main things that actually kills people when they go hiking in this area around Zion National Park, the Grand Canyon, and the desert Southwest is actually monsoon floods and flash flooding. So you might have a rainstorm that's like clear up above you in the canyons, but then where you're hiking down below, suddenly all of that water channels down and comes out like a giant fire hose, and you can get caught in it, and it's very dangerous. But even more than that as well is if it starts raining up ahead of us in the canyon, then this dirt road can turn into just like a slick clay that just gets stuck to your tires and your wheel wells, and you will completely get stuck and not be able to get out. So it can be a little bit risky to go exploring all of this, but we made it to our first stop. Just for reference, in our last video where we sat and did the meditation to try and summon the UFO, we were clear over there, basically at the base of the mesa, kind of around the bottom of that area over there. And so we were parked. You see these vehicles right there, they're probably riding motorcycles. We were clear back past them, and what we saw was down on the ground over there, clear over against that mesa. So where we are is clear over on the far end of that, on the opposite end of this canyon. And one of the first things that we're going to see on this end is this old fortress. Now, we've been here before. Man, it's really windy all of a sudden. We've been here before, so if you want to go watch the playlist, The Secrets of the Giant Serpent Canyon, the reason I named it that will make sense here in a little bit when we stop at our next spot. But this is an old fortress, like a military fortress, to try and control the area, and obviously to come out and take territory from the Native American people that were living here. So this fortress came along later and was built to try and basically control the area and take it from the indigenous people so that they could eventually establish St. George. There was a whole wagon cart that went through this territory. There was also the Pony Express came through this territory. In fact, in a previous video that I did with Zion Glamping Adventures, we went to a Pony Express mail drop clear up at Zion National Park, and that was really cool. And so they put this here because they would ride up from Kanab over this way, ride up like they were going to come down over into Tokerville, Zion National Park, and down into St. George. But they had to stop and trade horses out because you ride up, it's all sand, your horse gasses out, but you got to deliver the mail. So they had this outpost up here. Could ride up and stop, get provisions, trade out your horse, and keep going all the way. Ty, don't be doing that scary stuff.
That was not intentional, believe it or not. Yeah, that would be.
Holy shit. Wow.
So they would drop the mail from here over? So they'd have a guy waiting at the bottom. They'd stop their horse right there. And they'd drop the rope down, they'd take the mail, and then they put theirs on, they pull it back up, then head back.
They literally were using a rope to drop the mail for the pony.
That's why they call it the mail drop.
Off of this.
Yeah.
Where all the Indian squads got warriors.
Holy
and if you
smokes.
look at the rocks, there's certain spots that have grooves in them from dragging the ropes up and down. Yeah.
No way, there's markings?
Where? Oh yeah, rope pull marks.
Wow.
Right there, you can see. Can you imagine being stationed in this fortress and having to sit here in the dark all night with the wind blowing through these cracks in the rocks with your rifle? Like, pretty crazy.